say, no, that's stupid, sit down. So we might do that too.
No pressure.
All right? Here we go. Yeah.
We'll do it like the Neil
I said here we go.
Oh, sorry. The Neil McLaren News Hour. Wrong. Next issue.
Okay, nobody knows what you're talking about. All right.
I know they don't.
All right, what's the question?
Yes, first off, my friend Manny wants to say hi, wish he could be here.
Hi.
Hi, wish you could be here.
As you know, online there's like a lot of fan base stuff, and I'm not referring to the bridge. I'm talking about like actual live action adaptation of Dragon Ball Z.
They all suck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Out of all the ones that you've seen, probably have seen so far, which one is your absolute favorite?
I think most of them have really great production values, and outside of that, I think most of them suck. I do. Other than the production values, I'm not impressed.
Monica?
I haven't seen any.
I don't waste my time with that crap. Okay, next question.
Okay, this one's for Monica.
Yes.
On Battle of Gods, I saw, like, Yvonne really gets angry with Master Roshi.
Yes.
How did you get with this, you're a dirty old man, all that stuff?
Well, he is a dirty old man.
Oh, thank
and
you.
he's a pervert.
Oh, you're talking about Mike McFarlane?
Oh,
He'll appreciate that
it's
joke.
not too hard. I love Roshi as a character. In fact, I tweeted recently that I aspire to be Roshi every day, and it's kind of true. But yeah, it's not hard to be mad at him because he's such a gross pervert. Ew. Stop.
Do you think what?
Wondering if we're going to be back here next year.
I want to come back.
It's usually up to the convention to call our agents and say we'd love to have them back. So.
Yeah, so tell the con that you want to see us again.
Thank the convention for our presence.
Woo.
Yes.
It's for Sean.
Yes.
The Japanese character, the voice actor,
Yes.
working, how is so different from your version? How did you come up with the voice?
I came with a real quick story. We started working on the show in 1989. We were required to mimic the Canadian cast, and so I listened to a lot of the Canadian cast Goku and tried to copy that as much as possible. And then as the character went on, by the time we got to the Super Saiyan stuff, it really just kind of became my own thing. And so, and I'd never heard the Japanese until after working on Z for a number of years. And I don't usually take cues from the Japanese cast of any show I work on because I just feel like it's such a different language and a different aesthetic that while I can be admiring of a Japanese voice actor, I find that a lot of what they choose for artistic choices just doesn't work for my language and my country. So I just do my own acting, so that's my short answer. Sorry, that's a short answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Short answer for Sean.
That is a short answer.
Next question.
Hi, for Monica, how did you come up with the voice of Michiko Maran?
Oh, Michiko Malandra. Oh my god, thank you for mentioning that show. If you guys have not seen a show called Michiko and Hachin, it was on Toonami, and a lot of people don't know. But I was the voice of Michiko Malandro. And everything was really deep. And I'm sure that the guys that were working with me at the booth wished I talked like this all weekend. Because I know my fiance really loves this voice. It was one of those things where I went into audition, and he's like, hey, so it's a sexy girl, and she's kind of gruff and in your face. And I was like, okay, so I thought about all of the cholas that I went to high school with.
What is a chola? I'm not.
I'll explain on the
Okay.
plane later.
Is that
So
like
so I'm half Hispanic, right? But because I look so white, all the cholas are like, you can hang out with us. No, you're not. You're too white, gringa. You can't hang out with us. So in my head, I was like, this is my chance. So really, Michiko is an homage to all the cholas I grew up with that didn't let me play with them.
No, Fran.
For all three of you, was there a certain maybe scene or story arc that you felt that really made your character evolve or progress? Something that you felt that...
Well, Goku doesn't like to evolve. He likes to be the same.
I think for me, I don't know about my particular character, but the relationship at least, when the My Bulma moment happened in Battle of Gods, I almost got a little tear of like,
Aww.
oh, finally! Our relationship has gone to the next level. You show you care. That's awesome. And it's kind of gone into Super 2, which is really cool.
I guess maybe the Super Saiyan transformation the first time, and then of course the Battle of Gods would be when Goku, because he doesn't really, have epiphanies about personal growth and change. He likes to fight and eat.
He's never even kissed with the Chi-Chi.
I don't think I've ever seen, maybe in the manga he might have kissed her. I don't think he has. And somehow he managed to have sex with her because they have 2 kids, unless that's the milkman's baby. But, because everybody looks alike in Dragon Ball, so who knows. But, could be anybody with spiky hair. So yeah, I wouldn't know. Eric, at any point when you're...
There are no levels to Trunks.
Trunks has a lot of levels in my opinion because I feel like he suffers
But he's
from
not
some
your
kind
character,
of...
so your opinion
But no,
doesn't
I
matter.
want to tell you my opinion. Suck my balls. So
my character. It's my character.
I think he has a nitrogen narcosis from all the time travel. Like it fucks with his
Well,
head.
then let's switch characters. I'll be Goku,
You give me. I just want to give you.
and
my
I'll do it
opinion.
well.
No, you can. I just want to be your opinion. You'll do what?
I'll do it well.
Good luck with that.
So no, Trunks is he's very simple. It's like I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix things. I fix things. Bye. That's pretty much Trunks.
So is his emotional discontentment just the incredible frustration? He's like, we have a freaking time machine. Why do you guys continue to screw up?
Yes, exactly. It's like there's a time machine, guys. I can just travel back in time and fix things. But y'all just go ahead and keep screwing up.
No,
the
we'd
process,
rather chase
whatever.
these Dragon Balls that are hard to find.
Right? Or we can just go back to when we lost them with the time machine.
Yeah, they could do that.
Bring him forward into the
Just
future.
call it Trunks
and then
Time Machine Z.
Choose right. Yes. That
I
should be
just
its
want to
own-
remind everyone that I built that time machine. Thank you very much.
Bulma's Time Machine Z.
Wow. All right. Thanks, man. Yes, sir.
All right, this is for Sean.
Oh yes.
I know Monica and Eric and Chris are in My Hero Academia, and you're not yet.
I won't ever be. Funimation doesn't like to cast me on anything other than Dragon Ball. I have no idea why.
Well, if you could be casted on there,
I think they think I'm a dick. What?
You live in LA.
if you were to be casted on, would you want to play hero or villain?
I always want to play villains because I played Goku as a hero for so long. Anytime I get a chance to play a villain, I love playing villains. So.
Thank you.
All right. Next.
Hey.
Hello. Question for all of you. I've always wondered the process in terms of like when you see a character, what goes into the process in terms of deciding, okay, what kind of voice the character is it going to have? Is it going to have like a high voice, a low voice? The process in terms of choosing what kind of voice a character is going to have.
Well,
It's different.
the initial is the Japanese. Like we do listen to the Japanese. So of course, if the original Japanese has a voice like this, then I'm not going to come in and be like, I think she should sound like this. So like,
Unless the director says we're not copying the Japanese.
Yeah, unless the director goes, I want her to sound totally different. So usually that's your first springboard. What else, you guys?
Well, for me, it's a lot of visuals, and I even pay attention to facial structure. In other words, I'll see someone with a button nose with a huge, doesn't sound like the resonance chamber can do that, and I'll hear voices come out of faces that I know won't resonate in that way, so it kind of bothers me. So I'll pay attention to their structure and history, ask a bunch of questions. I'll ask timbral questions, and then I'll ask emotional questions, and then if I don't get enough answers, I just start throwing voices at them until the director goes, like it! I rarely listen to the Japanese, and when I do, I listen to, if the director asks me to, I go just for the emotional feel and the range. If it's a low monster voice, yeah, I'm going to be in that general range. Or if it's high squeaky, I don't usually do that, except for Ojama Yellow on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I talk like this. I did that one. They wanted a high squeaky voice for that one, so I did that. But yes, sometimes the Japanese are cute. For Dragon Ball, though, and for anime and dubbing in general, most of it comes from what emotional content I get from the animation. And so that's a real big cue, which is different than prelay work where we have to just act and then they animate to us. And I feel like a marriage of the two is really the best for me. What about you, Eric?
What Sean said.
Excellent. Ding. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
My question is for all of you. Would it be like, missing Chris, who's the prank star of all four of you?
Chris.
Chris.
I don't even know how to do a prank.
In fact, you notice that we all made it to the panel and he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a reason for that.
There's a prank.
He pranked all of you.
It's kind of like, yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I just gotta stay here and make all this money. Yeah, so.
So. Yes.
Hi, when you brought Dragon Ball Z to the United States, you English dubbed it, and the music was by Bruce Faulkner.
Yeah.
How come you haven't used him in Dragon Ball Super? And will you do it in the future?
He has his own studio now. He does his own thing. Yeah, no, he moved on to another studio and now he's doing more work than that job would allow him.
He won't come to Dragon Ball Super.
I don't know that he won't come. I don't know if Funimation wants him or not. I was not a fan of that music, honestly, but that was me, because I happen to know too much about music. But 12-tone rows don't belong in Dragon Ball. But and if you would look that one up, what a 12-tone row is. But yeah, and I didn't like the synthesized guitars that sounded like a Casio keyboard. So I was kind of critical of it. But he's a knowledgeable guy, definitely. But I didn't feel like the genre fit. Of course, we had a problem with Japan, where on Dragon Ball Kai, the Japanese found out their guy had been writing music was plagiarizing. So that's the reason the music shifted on Kai, because I remember being in a Kai session and going, why does this sound like Bolero? Why does it sound like this classical piece? Why does this sound? And then I was like, wow, that sounds a lot like that. Turns out a few months later, he got caught plagiarizing like video games, movies, didn't even change the key signature or the tempo. He didn't do any of the tricks that you can do to plagiarize without plagiarizing, which in composition, what you do is you use what they're called inverted intervals, or you use...
Are you teaching people how to plagiarize?
I'm teaching you basic compositional technique for plagiarizing. If you invert melodies and slow down tempos or cut them in half or change key signatures or use the chord progression in a different melody, it'll sound like it but not the same. There's lots of different ways you can emulate. Oh, this is going to turn into a music theory class here in a second. So yeah, I don't think he's coming back. I don't think Funimation's going to have him back. But I don't know for sure because that's between Funimation, corporate, and him. I'm just an actor, so my opinion's really moot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Eric, I love you so much, I never ever want to get in a fight with you because you're the only guy I know who's as intense as me. Like, it would be a bloody battle. I get scared
Sean
of
and
you.
I do this to each other all the time.
Yeah, he's the only guy I know who's as intense as me when he gets angry. The only guy I know.
The core of my personality is that of everyone's older brother.
Yes.
That's it. It's
That's
like, if I
true.
can ruin your day in some way,
Are
I'm
you Chet from Weird Science? Chet!
How about a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Eric is the guy that my fiance almost got in a fight when we were in Boston because this guy tried to run us off the road like as we were walking across the street. And so Ron got really angry and started like going towards the car. And I was like, Eric, do something. Eric's like, yeah, go Ron, get him. I was like,
here's what happened. I'm walking across the street, the car revs up to try to hit me. Ron jumps in front of the car, slams his fist on the hood, and starts saying words I can't say in this room at the driver. The driver actually turns from like, yeah, I'm tough to, oh no. And Ron pulls on the door handle on the passenger side, tries to get in.
Wow.
Runs around to the other side, pulls on his driver's side handle, tries to get in. But before all that started, Ron goes, you try to screw with my friend? And all I'm sitting there thinking is, I made a friend!
Ron is awesome.
and yes, my fiance is real life Vegeta, apparently.
Apparently, he comes across as a mild-mannered accountant or something. You know, he's got his glasses and he's very focused and...
All right. What's next?
For Sean.
Yes.
How long did they ask you to mimic the Canadian Goku before they told you, okay, make the role you're
No, they didn't do it that way. What happened was they asked me to mimic the Canadian thing, Canadian cast members, and my thing, I mean the show, not the people. They asked me to mimic the Canadian cast we started episode 53 at Ginyu, and it just slowly evolved. So by the time we got to the Super Saiyan transformation, I had stopped listening to that. There's only so long you want to do that until you want to make something your own. And my goal wasn't to make it my own, it's just a natural evolution as how you play a character. And I stopped referencing it, like listening to it, to where we dovetailed it enough. Because we started on episode 53, we got to the Super Saiyan stuff, finished the series, then we went back and did 1 through 53, which was like 2 years after I'd been playing Goku. So it was within a year before, about a year of doing it that I just decided to, I didn't decide, but it kind of evolved that way, and then I realized, oh, I have made this my own now. Yeah, I'm done. I don't need any more help. This is my thing. And so now the way I do it, it's really my own interpretation with left over. Maybe some of the diction is left over, although I don't have a Canadian accent, but some of the diction might be left over, and the range, keeping in that timbre is similar. But when I do Kai or when I do God mode, it's more closer to my natural speaking voice, which wasn't necessarily a goal. It's just how I interpreted the characters that went on. And the Goku's more about the spirit, not the timbre, in my opinion. Yes, thank you for your question. Thank you.
Okay. Now, we have 5 minutes. So no more people in line, and we will do these questions as rapid fire as we can. Got it? Cool. Okay?
That's directed at
yes,
me.
young lady.
Next! No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. Sorry. Hi. What's your name?
Yes?
Everybody, what was your emotion when you got the job?
What was our emotion when we got the job?
I was disappointed that I was not Captain Ginyu and was like, all right, I'll take Goku. That's fine. Because I had no idea. And then they told us what we were getting paid. I was also like, are you kidding me? What? And so I said, oh, fine, I'll take it, because it was not what we thought it was going to be.
I was excited because my family is in Spain, and so I grew up watching the Spanish dub of Dragon Ball way before I ever came here. So to me, it was like, woo, yay! My brother's a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Oh, that's awesome.
So getting to call him and be like, guess what, I'm Bulma. He was like, still, I'm the best sister ever, but it made me even more of a best big sister.
That's true.
I was super excited to have a viable acting job because I was young in my acting career, and I was working at a pizza joint and hoped that I could quit the pizza joint to act full time, which eventually happened.
Working with my brother.
And I worked with Sean's brother.
At pizza, and we didn't know that till we met.
Isn't that weird?
It's so weird, man.
All right, thank you, dear.
Thank you very much.
All right, who's next?
Hi, I just really wanted to know more about how you guys like to make fun of Ian Sinclair.
Oh, yeah, Ian Sinclair's an idiot. No one likes him. He smells bad, and he farts a lot.
Why do you
No.
guys make fun of Ian?
No,
Come on, tell me Ian doesn't fart a lot.
I've never heard Ian fart. I've never smelled it either.
I have.
I love Ian. I haven't gotten in on this make fun of Ian thing. I tease him about his beard sometimes, and one time I saw a guy at a convention that looked just exactly like him, and I took a picture of him, and I said, "This is your doppelganger." He somehow thought the guy was a different race, and I'm like, "No, that guy's white too. I don't know what you're thinking. You're white also." Look just like him as far as I'm concerned, but I've gotten in on this. Is this a thing at Funimation? Since they don't.
It's just
I
a
love
thing with
Ian.
me and Chris.
Oh, okay.
I love him. I think he's great.
He's great.
I do too, but he's easy. He's an easy target.
He's an easy target because he's such a nice guy.
His reactions are fun because if you do get him, he's like,
Yes,
Yeah, he's great.
I love Ian too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is for all you guys.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't like scary movies generally. They either make me laugh, or they're unbelievable, or they actually scare me, which is rare. Because people aren't calling the police when they should, people aren't grabbing weapons that are nearby, people are doing stupid shit, people are like not locking doors, they're just like, so everyone's an idiot, and all the phones are down, really? Oh my god, am I supposed to believe this shit? I don't believe it. I have a horrible time suspending my disbelief.
Says Goku.
Pretty much. What are you guys' favorite scary movies?
mine's 7, which I don't know if it counts as
That's pretty
scary.
scary.
That's a horror film.
What's in the box? Yeah, I love it.
Kermit the Frog what's in the box.
John Carpenter's The Thing. Easily the best. All right, what's up?
Chris, there's like
I'm Eric.
there's a little thing, little detail that some people are bothered and super, like, you know how Trump has purple hair and Dragon Ball suit on Z, and there's blue on Super.
Right.
What's like?
Akira Toriyama forgot the color of his hair.
That's very likely, actually.
That's exactly
Is that
what
what?
it
No,
is.
that's the
That's
truth.
the truth.
I thought you
Akira
were-
Toriyama forgot the color of his hair, and when he said make the hair blue, all the people who work there went,
I thought that you were riffing on him for getting a different color, because I'd heard this story before for a different character.
no.
Okay.
I talked to someone who asked him.
Knows? Oh, asked him. So
Yeah.
he's a kind of a
Almost forgot.
genius, reclusive genius. My karate instructor.
I swear to God, I thought that said Ian Sinclair was
No,
calling you.
no,
I'm like, that's
It
amazing!
says Igor Diachenko.
All right, so yeah, that's it. Nothing special. Sorry, man.
Thank you.
All right, last question. Make it good.
Okay, first off, I think y'all are great. Thank y'all for coming down.
Thank you.
I just want to ask, like, did Sean say how much fun he had down here and, like, drag y'all down here? Or, like...
I did turn them on to our agent who brought us down here, and I did tell him it was a great show to come down to, but I think they booked it on their own. I mean, I did.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew Sean was going to be here, I wouldn't have shown up.
Totally.
Yeah.
Love having y'all down here. Hope y'all come down.
Thank you. Those are lovely
Thanks. We'd
towns.
love to come back.
I love the breeze.
All right, guys. I'm sorry for the quick panel, but we all want to go home just like you.
You guys are lovely. It's a fantastic time seeing you all again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you next year.